Hey there and welcome back to another Miraculous Ladybug Season 1 retrospective review. Man, it's really been a while since the last time I did one of these things. So I really do have a whole lot to catch up on, and we'll start today with Gamer, which sees Max become akumatized after losing competition to earn a spot in the school's esports team for an upcoming tournament. Yep, that's the plot. Season 1 has some of the weirdest episodes ever, I swear. But regardless, we gotta watch it. Does it hold up? Let's find out. Let's jump into things. So we start off the episode with Marinette writing about the fact that she's Ladybug in her diary openly. I really don't think this is a very smart thing to do. I know she locks it in her little box, but still, feels risky to talk so openly about it. Also, what if her parents got worried about it? And they decided, like many parents do, to read her diary or something like that. It happens sometimes. It's not like they wouldn't be able to get it out of the box, considering she leaves the key in the lock. I'm pretty sure she does. Yep. Looking closely, she leaves it in. Nice. Not really Guardian material at this stage of the story, I think. Regardless, Tika reminds her that she needs to meet Alia at school to research their term paper, and so Marinette runs over there, and instead of Alia waiting to get to work on their paper, she encounters a surprise video game tryout that everyone knew about except for her, for the upcoming Mecha Strike 3 tournament, where the school's going to send the two players with the highest scores to compete against various other schools, I guess, with Kim playing the hype man for Max, and talking about how it's really just a tryout to see who's going to partner with him, as obviously Max is the best, having trained all year. And I gotta say, he trained all year only to get immediately bodied by Adrian, who not only beats his score, but if you look at the screen, he takes all 3 of Max's lives and loses only 1 of his. And I guarantee that Adrian just plays casually at home, alone. He's not there to min-max things. And yet Max, he's been try-harding this all year. Ooh, that's gotta sting. And of course, since this is Marinette we're talking about, the thrill of potentially getting to team up with Adrian proves too great, and she decides to challenge Max, whilst Alia weeps quietly in the corner, wondering why they're even friends. Oh, and she snuggles Adrian's controller in front of everybody, including Adrian. Yeah. Max tries to explain the rules, but turns out she plays a lot with her dad, and she absolutely obliterates the poor kid. No chance. Honestly, imagine this happening to you. You train all year at this very specific video game with the intention of joining your school team, only for your 2 classmates to dominate you in front of all your friends, all your classmates, your teacher, and the principal of the school. That's pretty bad. And even worse than that is that Marinette then goes on to taunt him, Marinette style, booyah! And then she does a victory dance, rubbing it in his face, and everybody in the class is laughing and cheering, except for Kim. You know, Kim's a really good friend in this scene. He's constantly talking him up. And then he doesn't cheer or smile when he lost like literally everybody else. But yeah, this has got to suck for Max. Woof. Also, I know the show wants you to think that she is the best, but it doesn't really make that much sense. Yeah, they have the highest score, but if you look at their lives and stuff, Max did almost win this fight. According to the screen, they were both on their final life. And so, under that metric, surely Adrian actually did better against Max and thus is the top player. Oh well. I doubt they really cared about that bit. Max then gets sad and he walks off, before Adrian just invites himself over to Marinette's house while she fades away and fantasizes like a complete freak. Ugh. Meanwhile, despite admitting that he lost fair and square, Max is now alone and ranting and raving about how he was the chosen one, which is a bit cringe, honestly. And how he'd worked so hard, which is, also just a reminder of how embarrassing this is. He got smashed by some casuals. And of course, after calling him a loser, Hawkmoth akumatizes him into Gamer. And so off he goes to wreak havoc on Paris and level himself up so he can get his revenge. Meanwhile, Marinette's all excited about getting to play with Adrian, only to be scolded by Tiki because apparently, since Max wanted to be in the tournament so much, Marinette shouldn't have joined in. But I don't like this narrative, honestly. He wasn't good enough, and he got clapped by both Marinette and Adrian. Why should this mean that they should just give up their spot to Max? Yeah, Marinette wants to spend time with Adrian. But she also has the best score. It's not like she cheated. So regardless, having her in the team makes the most sense. Tiki needs to mind her business. But yeah, then the reality sets in that Adrian's going to be visiting her house and playing games with her in her stalker den. And so she'll need to clean it out and make herself look a bit, normal. I mean, could you imagine walking into a random girl's house? A girl you know her from school, but not all that well just yet. And then it's just wall-to-wall pictures of you. Pictures on the wall, magazine covers, screensavers, computer backgrounds. And on top of that, you're on the top floor with this person, with the only way out being a swan dive off the balcony or a trap door. A trap door. Ugh. Yeah, it sounds like the start of a horror film. Thankfully, Tiki joins in and helps her hide a bunch of the photos just before Adrian arrives. And her parents, they're very cute. Tom shows off his Tom style, booyah! And then off Adrian goes to play games, steadily getting more and more demoralised as Marinette continues to refuse to accept any snacks from her parents, even though he's starving. And all because she thinks her parents are being cringe. I would also be pretty salty if somebody refused all these tasty goodies on my behalf, but at least he got to try a salmon and spinach pie, eh? It sounds so nice. Now I'm hungry. Hate it when shows do this. They show me appetizing food and throw off all my concentration. Now I want to eat. But of course, whilst they're eating in the park, Max turns up and spots Marinette, and so suddenly she's in the crosshairs of his giant mech, who's trying to vaporize her both to get tasty XP and also to get revenge on Marinette for daring to be better at the game than him. Adrian and Marinette then get separated, and Adrian transforms in broad daylight right out in the open, allowing him as Cat Noir to come to Marinette's rescue before he heads off alone to fight. And this allows her to transform as well, with the help of a very enthusiastic Tiki. I mean, seriously, this Kwami is energized today. Anyway, after Cat Noir saves some random no-namers, Ladybug knocks down the robot and they talk about how they need to act fast so he can't level up again. And instead of, cataclysming the mech and jumping on the weak nerd inside, acting fast, they stand around doing jack shit. And this allows him to vaporize the nearby bus and get enough XP to level up again. For shame. Anyway, they lead Gamer on a chase to the stadium, where they finally cataclysm the mech, and instead of immediately attacking this guy, they stand around laughing and taunting. Cat Noir style, booyah! He literally says this. It's very sus that he would say this, when previously, in the context of this video game at least, it seems to be something that is wholly unique to Marinette and Tom. And so surely, this implies that Cat Noir knows them, knows Marinette, knows Tom, might have been at the tryouts, might have been at her house. Narrows it down quite a lot, I'd say. How does she not even think, oh, this could be Adrian, shit. I think I'd be a little bit suspicious. Also, Hawkmoth, Gabe, Smoothbrain, what are you doing, mate? Why are you giving out a power that gives the heroes a power up if they beat him? That makes no sense. You choose the powers. Don't do that, because now Max might have his mech back, but the heroes also have one too. What a fool! Anyway, they have a pretty big brawl in the stadium, and that grass must be made of titanium or something, as the two giant robots are fighting and falling on it, and there's not even a tiny little divot out. That's some tough grass and ground. And yeah, this final fight, pretty lame at first, but once they go into the side-scrolling arcade game style, it improved, and it was fun and unique. And also, Gamer has such a smooth brain in the end of this. Ladybug spray paints his window, and so he opens it and cautiously looks out and does nothing. She just snatches his glasses. I mean, mate, she's clearly going to be there. What an idiot. Of course, Gabe rages, and then we finish off the episode with Adrian relinquishing his spot in the esports team so Max can play with Marinette. And they win thanks to Marinette, and we end the episode happy. Although I gotta say, can't believe Max turned up to the competition and he was still sulking. Sulking until Marinette gave him her spot on the team. What an absolute loser. I do not like the moral of this story. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. And a decent one at that. One of the stronger episodes of Season 1, which is a season that I'm rapidly realizing is quite weak in terms of its writing. But yeah, with all that being said, these are just my opinions and now I'd like to hear yours. What did you think of the episode? You like it, hate it? I'm curious for your thoughts, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe and let me know.